Ushers, close the doors.
Ushers,
Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people move. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers.
Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, all honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Double honor and salutations to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect, you Akim and you Akwath, also your children that believe on this word. Shabbat Kalakar, GMS Northwest, come back at you with another video. And you saw this Christian pastor, telling his congregation that he need the 40,000 before everybody leave. They can't leave. Basically extorting them to pay up because it costs money to sit up there on them, on them seats in the pulpit with what Pastor Pork Chop, sweating and shit, And we know this is not according to the word. This is not according to the gospel. The gospel didn't tell you to go out there and shut the doors of your congregation until everybody pay some money. You online, you pay some money. These are false teachers, false prophets, man. And these false prophets, these false teachers, is going to lead, a lot of you followers of this into a ditch. The blind leading the blind. These pastors come out here and continue to manipulate the Lord's word with their own gimmicks. This is extortion. And we know extortioners won't inherit the kingdom of the Most High. As a matter of fact, 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, it says, I'm reading the NLT, 1 Corinthians 6 and 9 in the NLT, it says, don't you realize that those who do wrong will not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Don't you fool yourselves. Those who indulge in sexual sin, or who worship idols, or who worship idols, or who commit adultery, or are male prostitutes, or practice homosexuality, or are thieves, or are greedy people, that's one of them, greedy, drunkards, or abusive, cheat people, none of these will enter into the kingdom of the Most High. And I just see what, 4, 4, 4, 4. Call the Lord Yahweh Shemi Al Shah Kakadash. That's 4 forwards, So you out here extortion in the KJV in verse 10, nor thieves, nor covetous, no drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners. And let's look up that word extortion. Extortioners. In the Greek is
Strong's G 727. Harpax.
Rapakish, Ishus, Slakia, Ravenish, extortioner, a robber. You extorting. Here, let me look up this real quick. Extortioner, the practice of obtaining something, especially money, through force or threats. Close the doors. Close the doors. close the doors. Nobody's leaving till you give out $100 or $1,000, whatever the hell he was talking about. He was extorting those people for that money, man, by threatening them. You can't leave. That's not how the gospel is preached, man. Salakia is raining pretty good out here. But let's look up this term too. Aggressive, greedy, aggressively greedy, rapacitious. So rapacitious. You greedy for gain. And our people are on that shit, man. You won't inherit the kingdom of the Most High. What the hell were you doing? Get your ass back in the car. Salakia. It says, verse 11, in the NLT, it says, some of you were once like that, but you were cleansed. You were made holy. You were made right with God by calling on the name of the Lord, Yahweh HaMashiach, and by the spirit of our power. So we was cleansed by calling on the name. And we know belief in the name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son is gonna, it's gonna be part of our saving. Cause you got people out there calling on Yahweh Shah, but they demons, man. Salakia. They full of demons. They're a demon themselves. So it won't fly. But yeah, this is a false teacher, a false prophet. Salakia. Let me go to Titus 1. Titus 1 at verse 10. I'll start at 9. Titus 1 and 9, it says, holding fast the faithful word as it have been taught. Holding fast the faithful word as it's been taught. This word, this doctrine. Did the doctrine tell us to go out there and beg for money? When we out there on the highways and byways, we don't ask you for money. We don't have no super chats and no, hey, you can pay here. Here goes my Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Pay. No, we basically, apostles say, if you want to give something, here's where you can give it. But if you don't got nothing to give, if you don't have to do that. If anything, what is it? Isaiah 55 or something like 56. We'll get that, Lord willing. You give what you can if you can, but if you can't, you can't. A matter of fact, tithing went back to giving produce or giving a 10% of what your yield to the priests. That's what tithing was. But we also know we don't have fields and things of that nature in this time. So it's a rehearsing of the righteous acts. So you do what you can, towards the ministry, towards the brotherhood. I'm gonna read that. First, Titus 1 and 9. It says, holding fast the faithful word as you have been taught. It says that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. Read that in the NLT. It says he must have a strong belief in a trustworthy message he was taught. Then he will be able to encourage others with wholesome teaching and show those who oppose it where they are wrong. And this is, we are set up to rebuke. Open rebuke is better than hidden love. I doubt this pastor will see this video, but nevertheless, we extort our brethren and you fucking asshole. Fuck you, bitch. Fucking dumbass. God, I hate people, bro. God, I hate people. Lord know it too, man. Salakia. But yeah, the gainsayers, the people that's siding with stuff like this. Verse 10, here's the point. I think it's in 11:2. It says, "For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially those of the circumcision." It says, "Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things that are not, for filthy, lucrative sake." And these false prophets using the Lord's house as a merchant, to and able to gain money, extorted. It says, "One of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said, their Sartarians are always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies." And, that's what you're getting from these false prophets, man. Telling you that you have to pay. And the Lord got something special for them, man. What's the penalty for being a false prophet? It's death. You get stoned. Here, let me get this one real quick. Isaiah 8 verse 20. "To the law and the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them." Yeah, they don't speak according to this word, the word that we've been taught. They feed in their own belly. They're doing their own thing, and this leads a lot of people down the wrong path. A lot of people can't understand. They follow just because they it's somebody up there that got some type of status, some type of money, and they rather follow that than follow the understanding of the Lord's prophets. That's why the Lord going to show them, But like I said, the penalty of being a false prophet, as a matter of fact, is death. You get stoned to death. I wanted to get this. I think it's Ezekiel 18, maybe 13. Fox. Yeah, it was Ezekiel 13. Ezekiel 13 and 1. Ezekiel 13 and 1. "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against prophets of Israel, that prophesy, and say unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, Hear the word of the Lord, Yahweh. Thus say the Lord power, Woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and haven't seen nothing." Thinking that the more money that you receive, the Lord is blessing you because you got these riches and you got your consolation prize. That's false. It says, "Oh Israel, thy prophets are like foxes in the desert." You meet a fox in the desert, he gonna be sneaky and sly. As a matter of fact, let's look at that word foxes. The word there is Shara Tazala Shara Tazal. I can't pronounce it right now, but a borrower. Perhaps also a jackal. Let's look at our word jackal. A slender, long-legged wild dog that feeds on carrion, game, and fruit, and often hunts, corruptly found in Africa and Southern Asia. So it's a four-legged weird dog. You know, slender, long-legged dog. You're a dog, man. A borrower. It says, verse 5, ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in battle of the day of the Lord. And if we know the day of the Lord is close. You know, here you is telling, hey, the more you give, the more blessings gonna come for you. But that's not true. You're extorting these people, you're lying to these people, you've been a false prophet. And the Lord gonna have to take you out for that, man. You know? Let me get one more. Isaiah, is that 58? 56? Shalakia, man. Shalakia. Wow, they won't even give it to me. I know it's Isaiah 50 something. Man. Salakia. With, oh. Salakia, I don't know why they doing me like this. There it is. Good Lord. I know it's Isaiah 50 something. Isaiah 55:1, it says, ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. That means come get this understanding and buy and pay with your mind, pay with your attention by hearing this word, by receiving it and doing something with it, putting it into motion, practice, you know, rehearsal. That's what it means. Verse 2, it says, wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfies not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. And we're you know, the truth shall set you free, right? The truth has set us free from this. A 444 again. You know, some mercy. Call Lord Yahweh Shem Yah Shabbat Shem Kakadash. We have this truth, this mercy. You know, we have this mercy. But this truth has fattened us up, you know. We was going over a lesson on Wednesday, and we was talking about how when society starts to crumble really bad and things go real south, you know, for Esau and the 2/3 and the elect, the hopeful elect, they're gonna be sit back laughing. And, you know, Esau gonna be mad as shit because we're gonna be in fatness. We're gonna be rejoicing, man. We're gonna be happy as hell, boy. We're gonna be happy as hell, boy. We're like, hey, this is it. This is it, man. This is it. This is the last $30, man. We're in the end times. And you got pastors out there extorting people for money, talking about close the door, man. Close the door. Close the door. 4,000. Sweaty ass. That's pig grease and pig sweat on his ass, man. The fuck out of here. But you know, I'm gonna stop it right there. hope you was I hope you got something out of this. I hope you was edified. Hope to see you on the next video. Lord willing, shalom.